So I tried this thing where you cover up a fart by dropping something heavy to mask the sound. The thing is, the fart refused to come out, so I just sort of looked like an asshole throwing a water bottle on the ground, and people were looking at me, and then I farted.
Thralls! Balls! They're everywhere!
Thralls Balls. The World of Warcraft podcast with a dirty mind and a clean behind. Hosted by Bentolis, Gershom, and Wooly. What's up, swingers? It's Wooly here. Welcome to episode 32 of Thralls Balls from the foamy streets of Milwaukee at the Thralls Balls headquarters. I got that backwards because I'm trying a new recording method, and this is actually our second time recording the episode. So, yeah. Just a real quick say, unfortunately, we're not going to be able to do the draft this week because there's some sad things that happened in Ben's life that he is not allowed to be here today. Well, that's the wrong wordage. He's not been banned. He's just not here. Do you have Gershom here? How you doing, G? What's up? What's up?
What is up, Wooly, my brother? What is up, swingers? I'm just hanging out. It's a nice little holiday for some people, I guess.
It is MLK
Kids
today.
are off school. Yeah, you work in a bank, so I know you got that shit off because it's a federal holiday.
Damn
I
right.
just happened to score it off randomly, retail queen / hoe that I am. But yep, off work today, chilling with the kiddos and chilling with y'all. What have you been up to, Wooly?
Not a whole hell of a lot, just kind of sorting everything out. My dad has COVID, so I was really worried about that, but it looks like he's getting better off, and he's got like a long list of, health issues too, so we'll see how that works out, but I think he's gonna be fine. I do believe I remember from the first time we tried to record this yesterday, somebody anonymously sent you some feedback for the show, am I right?
Oh, yeah, I got a little DM on Twitter from somebody who basically said that they had shared their character's headcanon with us, and I guess they were basically like nervous for whatever assorted reasons that they had. This person wanted to remain anonymous, and they said that that they were really nervous about sending it, and that they just wanted to tell me that they were happy that it went over so well, and that everyone really liked his headcanon, and just wanted to reach out to me and say that, that they thought that the show was very welcoming, and they were happy about that because they were nervous about sharing even like a headcanon type story. And, I just wanted to I told that person, and I'll tell all the swingers, we really do aim to be an inclusive and welcoming place. We fuck around a lot. Yeah, we fuck around a lot. We tell dick jokes and we curse a lot and we drink booze and shit. But, that made me happy. That warmed my heart that somebody else felt happy and welcomed by us, because we're definitely, if you're, as Wally likes to say, this is not the pod for you. If you're like an asshole of any kind, this is not the place for you, bud. So it was nice to get that little bit of feedback.
And that actually reminds me, like, even if we don't put out a prompt asking for it, if you send like some kind of WoW related story to us, we'll be happy to give you a tea bag on the show, read it out, so to speak. We call that a tea bag. Like actually one of the shows I used to do in the past, it was called Campfire Chronicles. It was centered around taking stories people sent in about things they encountered in the game, or like they even sometimes wrote little stories about their characters, like like fan fiction. So if you want to do anything like that, send it in. Cool. We'll read it. We love interacting with you guys.
I didn't find Campfire Chronicles on Spotify. I did find Load Screen, and I lied. I didn't binge it as fast as I thought, but it's in my air quotes, my matrix of things that I'm like trying to listen to.
So Campfire Chronicles is gone from the internet. It was before we use Anchor FM on this show, and it is a free podcast platform that allows you to record and edit your podcast right from your phone or computer. We didn't have that. We didn't know that existed, so we were using a paid service called Libsyn, and once I stopped paying for it, it disappeared. So it's gone, and for a few personal reasons, would rather not re-release it anywhere. But the idea lives on. If you want to do that, go ahead. You can send it to thrallsballspodcast@gmail.com, or you can even like DM it to one of us. Or even DM it to the Twitter account @thrallsballspod.
I'm pretty sure that some of the shit that me and you and Bent have talked about would scare the fuck right out of Michael Myers off any old platform. So
yeah,
like Campfire Chronicles Round 2. We talk about some scary shit on this show, but yeah, just to reiterate, just because we're scary and weird doesn't mean that we're not nice. So thank you to our anonymous friend for the feedback.
Yeah, and we're glad you feel welcome here. We want to keep fostering that. And I also want to say, even though I talk about people joining the Discord server a lot, don't feel pressured to if you're not comfortable with that. You do you. Go little rock star. Yeah? Okay. So with all that, what have you been up to in WoW?
I did a whole metric ass ton of mount farming that actually paid off pretty well. I got 15 mounts it's been 3 weeks since we recorded, right? 3 weeks? 2 weeks?
I want to say 3.
I think it's 3. Yeah, because Christmas. Yeah, okay. Yeah, 3 weeks. I got 15 mounts in those 3 weeks. And just kind of just having a fun time with that. It's a lot. I'm not going to give anyone a big old laundry list of the mounts I got. I am, as soon as we're done recording, I'm going to go ahead and post the links to the ones that I got in the episode area, the episode discussion or the general chat or whatever, so people can see. They're mostly like that 12 days of mounts. Some of them, the easy ones. And then I got some Paragon chests and I'm working on a couple. There's one that I'm really enjoying though, and I won't go too far into it, but this was fun for me because it's like a big, crazy, like secret club thing. So there's a hidden faction it's from Legion. It is called Talon's Vengeance. I haven't even opened this faction yet. So basically what happens is, I don't know if y'all remember, but in Legion, there's these world quests that pop up where there's like Falcosaur swarms. They're like those, what'd you call them yesterday? Feathered raptors.
Yeah, like feathery, angry chickens, but
yeah,
a lot
but they're like
scarier.
raptors with like big, scary like feathers, and they kick the shit out of you. They don't anymore because if you're 60 and they're like 50 over there, whatever, you can just one off them, which is kind of what made me go back and get this. So there's this thing that starts. You go during the world quest only. This mob doesn't pop if the world quest isn't up, but it's called a matriarch of whatever kind of Falcosaur it is. There's different kinds. There's like snow feathers, dire beaks, sharp talons, and razor claws, I think, or something like that. And feel free to correct me, but I think that's the 4 of them.
You would know better than me right now, to be honest.
I don't have any notes in front. I'm just going off my head. But
yeah, so you've got the raptors going off your notes there. So what you were telling me yesterday, it sounded like they spawn a pet?
Yeah, so you kill the matriarch, and there's like a little orphan somewhere near the mother that you have to find, and there's a food you have to feed it. This is all on Wowhead. I put this, I'm going to put this link in the little thing that I put on the discussion tab too. But there's like the certain babies only eat certain foods, and you can buy them in Dalaran. They're easy, they're cheap. It's not like a big thing. You don't have to cook for them or anything like that. But you go and you feed them the food, and then it becomes your pet. And every day thereafter, it gives you a daily quest, and you have to do things with all of these pets. So by the time you're done, you're going to have 4 pets, 4 dailies, and they give you things like, first you have to get it to 25, which thank God I had like 1 million pet battle tokens. I used to pet battle pretty heavily. I don't anymore. But so I had a bunch of the tokens. I leveled them up to 25 just instantly, like bang, 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 bang. And then after that, they give you like, go take them to the inn in Orgrimmar because it's scared of orcs, or like, it's like, oh no, I'm scared of orcs. Take it to Orgrimmar and walk around with it. And it's like, yeah, you're done. And you have to go do quests and pet battle world quests and stuff. The only thing that's been hard about this is that I don't have a full roster of battle pets anymore because I stopped pet battling and I caged them all up and sold them for a pretty good chunk of change. Right.
How much did you get for all that?
About $500,000 for all of them.
Oh, snap.
Yeah. Pretty good amount of change. but I don't really have a very good roster anymore. So sometimes these world quests are kind of hard, but I just flit around and I do them. And if I win them, I win them. And if I don't, I don't. The Blizzard thought about like ways to cheat though. So like the pet that you're trying to win the battle with has to be summoned at your side, first on your roster, has to be the first to go into battle, and can't die. So you can't cheat. You can't like get like two really good battle pets and then hit once with your little guy and then win. You know what I mean? Like you can't cheat like that, like you would normally on a pet battle. So just kind of struggling through that. Oh, but anyways, the point is that after you do all these dailies, which I'm like somewhere in the mucky muck with, then they each drop a mount that looks like its parent that you murdered, which is awkward, I guess. But so when I'm done with all those,
so
that'll
it's
be
the Batman
4 more
of
mounts. Yeah, it's like you get its mom back and you get to ride it around, I guess. I don't know. It's kind of fun. Other than that, it was just like renown mounts. I played my Blood Elf Hunter a lot. She's like renown like 62 or 63, so she's almost to her 70 renown mount. And then my Warlock Choasbeat is like 60 as well. So like I'm just working on like the renown mounts essentially. And then Gershom has had all his because he's a Necrolord. And Notokus is missing like 2 just because of anima. So like if I play Notokus right now because Unomas is done raiding. Didn't get AOTC, by the way. That's a funny story. I know I'm talking a lot. I'm sorry.
I thought you were in there for the Sylvanas.
I was on the night they got it, and then I sleepy time quit, and the very next poll they got it. And we had been going for like hours and hours and hours. And Slide was like, "Where'd you go? We're gonna get it. We're gonna get it." He texted me. He's like, "Hey." And I'm like, "Dude, I fell asleep. I'm sorry." I was literally like falling asleep at my computer. So I didn't get AOTC, and they're done. But it's not the end of the expansion. So I figure like when 9.2 comes, I kind of probably fully intend to start raiding at the beginning of the raid and really learning the fights. Because I basically just jumped in at AOTC time and I didn't know the fights. And I was just kind of feeling discouraged. Like I didn't know anything and I died a lot. And there was lots of wipes and smaller teams and bigger teams. And it was just very weird. It was fun. I'm so excited that Unomas let me in and welcomed me and they were willing to teach me. But I'm really excited for 9.2 to see,
yeah,
if I can learn the fights from scratch with everybody else and just not feel like such a big dum-dum, honestly.
Yeah, honestly, I've been there. Being in a raid when everyone else knows the fight and you don't is really stressful because you don't want to be the one to screw up because you'll feel bad about it.
Well, I told Slide, I was like, I almost feel like a bad luck charm. Like these fools over here in Unomas, and I say fools in the bestest, kindest way possible because I love those people. But they got AOTC, and then for like 3 months afterwards, and I was there every week. We wiped and we wiped and we wiped and we wiped. And then I was like, okay, I'm not going to go. They're wiping a lot. So they got AOTC twice again for like a bunch of other people. And I'm like, okay, I'll go back. So I go back. And we fucking wiped all night. And I'm like, Slide, I'm a bad luck charm. I'm not coming anymore. It was so silly. And so then I logged off and boom, they got their last AOTC. And so I'm like, I just felt kind of cursed. And I was like, whatever. It's not the Gershom show. It's not the Notoka show. But I was like, I was just annoyed. But it's fine. It's not the end of the expansion. If it comes to the end of the expansion, I'm going to be honest with y'all. I have no shame in buying it. I bought my Nyalotha AOTC.
Yeah,
with gold. Not with real money, it's with gold.
I'm jealous because I wanted the Nyalotha ahead of the curve mount, that like void talon thing.
Sick. Oh, yeah, you don't have it.
Yeah, Bent and I were still in collected company at that point. And I decided to take a break from raiding, knowing that would mean I wasn't going to get the mount. But then they got the N'Zoth kill that fucking night.
I remember you talking about this. I do remember you talking about this. It's a pretty sick mount, but I mean, there'll be other expansions.
It's why I'm trying so hard for the Twilight Avenger. Doesn't look cool enough, as cool, but it still looks cool.
That's the Islands one, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
You been up to anything else in the game?
Not really. I bought myself an early birthday present. I bought myself a print of like an 8.5 by 11 print off Etsy of the Necrolords, like a really nice digital shiny print of the Necrolord symbol
That's
that I'm
fucking
gonna
awesome.
smack right above my desk. Yeah, I'm actually had to like rearrange the art in my office and room a little bit to make room for it, but I just got the email today that it shipped, so I'm excited about that.
Hell
It's
yeah.
pretty funny because I've actually been doing Gershom a bit of a disservice keeping him in the Necrolords. Like the Wild Spirits is fucking awesome. I've been playing my Blood Elf Hunter to get the Night Fae or the Wild Hunt renown up. That Wild Spirits is fucking sick. Like I know I'm way behind the curve on this too, but it's so good. It's so good. Like you just slap it on an area and you throw Stampede, and like everything that gets hit by Stampede just gets slammed by Wild Spirits. Like bang, 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 and
Damn.
whole like packs of mobs are just going down. I mean, it's like fucking dinner time, and I'm just standing there like, oh, I ain't doing shit. Like just killing like whole like half zones of like Drust. Like it's just nuts. I love it, but it's okay. Gershom, he's RPing over there. He wants to be married to Draka, but
I
yeah,
mean,
man, Blood
who
Elf Hunter is
doesn't,
having a
man?
great fucking time. Yeah, dude.
My Void
And-
Elf wants to get slammed by Draka.
oh, is that Pelswick? You want to talk
Yep.
about Pelswick?
Yeah.
Yeah.
In a second
what
here.
happened
Well,
with Pelswick? Sorry.
basically what I've been up to in the game, I'm going to start from the oldest to the newest. The Mage Tower's been gone for a couple weeks now, but we have been without a show for a few weeks. So I never got my bear. I'm a little upset about that because I dumped like 400,000 gold into fucking pots and consumables and shit.
You went min maxing on that shit?
You got to. It's that
Holy.
hard. It's fucking hard.
Yeah, no.
I mean, that's what it takes to get it.
I ain't doing all that.
But I never got it. So I pretty much have come to terms with the fact that I just am a warlock. That just is how it is. I totally go into Demon Hunter though, because to me, the Demon Hunter is to the warlock as the Paladin is to the priest. So if I want some melee action, I'm going Demon Hunter, because fuck yeah, I have a Demon Hunter. He's 50. Maybe I'll level him next. But my warlock, my Void Elf Warlock, I named him Pelswick. I renamed him. I got the idea from Do Not Relent, kind of memed on the show Pelswick from Nickelodeon a while back, and like they were like, how funny would it be if somebody was named that? And Slide's like, I'm taking the fucking name. But I guess he deleted the character, so I've named my warlock Pelswick for the joke. But like, if you don't know that show and don't know the meme, that kind of looks like a name that makes sense for a warlock, does it not? Like Pelswick.
No,
Yeah.
I saw it, but it was like mirror memed with like the Pelswick meme and then you, and it was kind of funny. So now we can just meme you. I wish
Yeah.
there was a way to have like a Void Elf like scribbling Pelswick on a piece of paper.
I want to wear my, you know what? When we do TBCon again, I'm going to wear that same Velf shirt, but I might mount the name Pelswick above my head. If I can. So on Pelswick, I've been running around, fucking around basically. Mostly, believe it or not, been doing solo islands to get doubloons, because I want that goddamn Twilight Avenger mount. And you gotta get doubloons and buy, there's two specific salvage package crate things that you buy from the doubloon vendor that can have that mount. And I've been so far able to buy the crate twice and no fucking mount, but I've been getting an ass load of pets. But beyond all that, that's basically all I have been up to. Pelswick is my boy. I've been thinking about finishing off my original warlock from back in the day, but I don't want to race change him. I don't want to faction change him. I don't want to do anything that changes him except maybe server transfer. So I don't much see the point in having 260 warlocks on the same server unless they're opposite faction, and they are not. So we'll see.
I'm gonna use my Michael superpowers, and by that I mean discount, and make you a t-shirt that says Pelswick rules.
Oh my God.
with rules.
I like it.
I like it too.
My man Pelswick. So yeah, that's what we've been up to in WoW. Should we move on to the mixed drink of the week? Fuck yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Fuck yeah. It's time for the mixed drink of the week. Fuck yeah!
Fuck
It's the mixed drink of the week. Fuck yeah. Before we get into the drink, I want to remind everybody to only drink if you are of legal age or legal whatever to do so, and that you are responsible for your own choices. We're not responsible for anything that may happen to you, so we are not liable. So be careful. Drink responsibly. Anyway, how we've been running this thus far from the beginning of the show is we have been going backwards through the armor types from cloth to plate, reverse alphabetical through the specs. Hey, look, I found a good way to word it. Unfortunately, while doing that, I realized yesterday, after we finished recording our doomed episode that the file was corrupted, that we have missed the Assassination rogue altogether. So I want to throw that in alongside today's drink. So there's 2 drinks you can do today. I'm just going to be upfront with you guys. I'm not drinking today because I have too much shit to do, but I did have the Paladin drink yesterday, and it was fucking good. So before we get to that, the Mist Assassination drink, we're going to call it Deadly Poison. Gershom, okay, I know I didn't really give you a chance to think about this, but do you have an on-the-spot guess for what could be in the Deadly Poison?
It's a shot of tequila straight up.
Okay, that would have been good. I could have done that.
Well, no, don't do that because aren't you giving someone a ride later or something?
No, I had to give somebody a ride earlier. But I'm not saying I could drink it. I'm saying that's what the drink could be. But no, it's a little more. There's more to it. Do you want to hear it or do you want to guess?
No, I totally want it. Of course I did. I didn't think about it. And you told me we're doing Assassination, but you didn't tell me the specs, so I just totally didn't think about it. I'm sorry.
I mean, I gave you like 4 seconds notice. So, what is in the, what the hell was I calling it? Deadly poison for the Assassination rogue is, honestly, when I think of rogues, I can't think of any liquor other than rum. I just can't. So there's a shot of Captain Morgan rum. There's a little bit of black pepper, but not a lot because spiced rum is already, it speaks for itself in that department. And you mix that up with cola. And right before you drink it, you drop in some sour apple pop rocks to make it fizzle and pop like some kind of deadly poison.
That's actually pretty cool. Why do we never think of pop rocks?
So actually, Shay thought of Pop Rocks weeks ago.
Okay.
But I've been sitting on it, waiting until it made sense. So yes, it's a shot of rum, some black pepper, cola, and sour apple Pop Rocks.
Reminds me of that old Green Day song, Pop Rocks and Coke.
I actually didn't know they did a song like that.
Yeah, it's an old Green Day song from like back in the day. My kids tried to come up to me the other day and tell me, they're like, Mom, did you know that if you eat some Pop Rocks and then you drink pop, that your stomach will explode? And I'm like, that's not true. And
let them believe it. That way they won't do it.
I didn't. This is the worst. I'm like a wet blanket. Like, did someone feel like a wet blanket in here? Because I know the science behind it. So I'm like, no, your digestive juices will break it down. And I totally they still kind of want to believe it though. They're like, no, but it could happen. And I'm like, sure, okay, go try it. It's not gonna happen.
Yeah, I feel like Mythbusters did an episode of that. So that is the Assassination rogue. To all the ass rogues out there, I'm sorry we missed you, but also you had weeks to point out that we missed you, so I don't think you're out there, at least not at present. So the drink we had for yesterday was the Beacon of Light for the Holy Paladin. And actually, beginning next week, we'll be moving on to our last class, the Death Knight. But the Beacon of Light for the Holy Paladin, it had a shot of Jack Daniel's Tennessee honey whiskey, which I think I'm going to go as far as to say that's my liquor of choice. I quite love that shit. You put honey around the inside of the cup before you put anything in it, and you let the cup stand up a little bit so the honey can kind of drip down. Then you drop that shot in, you mix it up with cream soda, and you stir that bitch up. And I had that yesterday. It was fucking incredible. And I tasted 0 alcohol in it. And like,
That's dangerous.
I was actually a little buzzed for a little bit because I drank it way fast. So, Beacon of Light, 1-shot Jack Daniels Tennessee honey whiskey, or whatever honey whiskey you can find, cream soda mixed up with honey. Because I always say it, I gotta say it, even though I'm not drinking. Over the lips, through the gums, look out, asshole. So then next week...
Oh my god, it's delicious. Oh, sorry.
I really want some Beacon of Light. Oh my god, Beacon of Light.
Here comes Tyrallion. Look out, everybody. Sorry.
Talk about a character that, like, I have gone from admiring the history of to just fucking hating. Tyrallion's such a douche.
Dude, with all the rep grinds, I'm still working on the Armies of Light chests in Legion. And every time I go kill, like, a demon and he shows up at the bottom of my screen, I'm just like... Fuck out of here, bro.
Illyria's cool.
So
we can keep
mad.
Illyria. Tyrallion's
like,
a little...
You know what's weird, though? Did you ever notice... So, like, if you go up to Tyrallion on the Vindicar, like, you go back to Legion and you go... Like, you're gonna go to Argus and you go to the Vindicar, you click on him and all his voice lines is, like, he speaks Draenei now. Like, I know he's all up in it. Yes, but it's weird because it's, like, his human voice.
Yeah.
I mean,
I get
cool.
It, though.
Yeah, I get it, but it's just so weird. It's like, instead of like, may the light protect you, he's like, Arcanon Poros, or whatever he says. And I'm like, Tyrallion, I don't know, dude.
Isn't it like, okay, I'm not exactly sure, but I think he and Illyria have spent in their perception around 1,000 years among the Lightforged Draenei. Don't ask me how Tyrallion's still alive. Illyria, I get.
But... They were out there. Like, I get it. They learned the language and stuff. I guess I shouldn't be such a...
It's just weird hearing a human voice, even though, like, technically it's real life humans. Like, Arcanon Poros is a lot different from Arcanon Poros, bitch.
Kind of. I don't know. And then he shows up at the bottom of my screen, and I'm like, he has like this weird little like half mustache. Like, I guess in space you can't grow an all the way mustache because he has like a
space stash.
He does. He has like a little weird like blondie. Like, I zoomed in, I was like, what is this weird little like blonde kind of half stash that he has? I just don't like Tyrallion no more. I think he's narcissistic and weird and just whatever.
He's that extremely religious guy that accuses everybody else of being sinners without realizing he's a fucking zealot. So anyway, we got off track. Next week is Outbreak. It is the Unholy Death Knight drink, and I am pretty stoked for the Death Knight drinks, to be honest, particularly the blood, because I have ideas. Shall we move on to WoW News?
Yes, let's move on.
All right.
Sweet.
Time for WoW News, motherfuckers.
All right, we're here in the WoW News corner. Yeah. So, right before we started recording, our good friend Adorno posted a link in our Discord that basically said Activision is still firing people for doing shitty things. And
I saw this article too, and I was so happy.
I didn't get a chance to read it, but I want to just point out that that's happening. But also, I'm pissed because Bobby Kotick still has a job. Whatever. We're going to move on from that and just talk about the game. So, one thing that's happening in 9.2 is Shards of Domination is disabled in all 9.2 content. Duh. It's a shit system. I'm glad to see the back of it, but it was always intended and always marketed as such as just for that patch. They never, ever indicated it would be beyond that. And the reason I'm pointing that out is because people are mad in the Wowhead comments. And I don't get it. Because they're like, what the fuck? I spent all patch farming these and maintaining them, and now they're gone. Well, yeah, because you were doing it for that patch, you fucking idiot. You fucking Brussels sprout.
It's one of the worst examples of borrowed power in the entire game. And I don't need to do a lot of raiding, but I hate them. I never got enough of them. It was so stupid. Yeah, it's over. I'm done.
And then it changes which one you need, and like, fuck, I hate this. Just give me the tier sets, which they're doing, with the bonuses, so it'll be fine. We'll be fine. People are literally mad that they're giving us what we've been asking for since BFA. Fucking get out of here.
Fucking tryhards, dude. I don't get that shit at all. I'm not into that shit at all. That's not min-maxing. That's just tryhards. I don't know. It seems stupid.
And there's nothing wrong with min-maxing, but bitching about a system going the wayside that nobody likes, that's stupid.
Yeah, and to make it clear, I'm totally into my friends who like min-maxing is totally fine. It's not something I do, but all this like overly, just overly like getting mad about it because you can't or whatever is just so silly.
So moving on, there was something else really cool that I saw, and this is also from a few weeks ago, but I saw this article on Wowhead pointing out this action figure a guy made for himself. Bump my microphone. The guy's name is Hobbs Hollick, and he took a Thundercat snowman figure and turned it into a really kick-ass looking Werebear. It's so fucking cool and so detailed. It's the brown Werebear, if you're curious. There is a link not only to the Wowhead article, but also to the Twitter thread that he posted it. You gotta go check that out. It's so cool. It's so cool. I'm pointing it out because of how cool it is. There's no real news around it. It's just cool. We also, moving on, are getting some new Shaman Ghost Wolf forms for those of you who play a Shaman. And they're glyphs, just like the Raptor that they introduced in Legion. So the glyph of the Spectral Vulpine is the fox form that we've all seen. There's a mount for it. There's a couple mounts, actually. There's an animal that's running around the world like that. You can get your Soulshape as the fox. It's neat. And the glyph of the Spectral Lupine is based on a prototype wolf-looking thing from 9.2 that we haven't really talked about on this show. So that's one of those things you'll see in Zereth Mortis that, it's neat. And it's not just data mining. Blizzard Blue posted it. Those are words. But I don't know. I don't play a Shaman, but every time the Shamans get something cool, I'm happy for them because they have been getting shit on for the looks of their transmog for fucking ever. Like, seriously.
And the fact that, like, all they've ever had is Ghost Wolf, right? While, like, Druids get a ton of travel forms, and there's, like, this kind of, like, internal debate, like, shut up, Shamans, this isn't about you, it's about Druids. Whatever.
Until Legion, Shamans, unless I'm wrong, I think I'm right, but unless I'm wrong, Shamans could be a wolf or a slightly ghostier looking wolf. And then in Legion, they got a glyph to do Raptor. Or was that BFA? No, I'm pretty sure it was Legion. They got a glyph where they could become like a spectral raptor. I think they should expand more on this. I actually think it would be pretty awesome if every Shaman ghost form would be like a Soulshape. Like they could just pick a Soulshape. Except maybe the dragon thing. No, fuck it. If they got heroic Sire Denathrius killed, that's how you get the dragon looking Soulshape. If they got that, they should be able to do that for a Ghost Wolf.
But isn't that like a night fae covenant, right?
Well, sure, but like separate it from the covenant for a minute. Let's like give the Shamans a way to get that.
Okay. No,
I just think the Shamans deserve a little more variety than what they get, especially because there's such a huge like range of what races can be the class. Like it doesn't make sense for a goblin to turn into a wolf. It doesn't make sense for a goblin to turn into a fox. It doesn't make sense for a goblin to turn into a raptor, although that makes slightly more sense.
What would a goblin turn into if you had your choice?
A rat, probably.
I was gonna say like a monkey or something.
Yeah.
Like
something like I'm just
something
thinking
weird.
of the animals you see on the goblin starting island thing, and I don't think it's been a while since I played through it, but like I think I only see like a rat. So there is that. You can go on the PTR and check out those Ghost Wolf forms. They look really cool. I'm partial to the Spectral Lupine, even though it is another wolf, but I also really like wolves. So there. There is a new Augment rune coming, the Infinite Augment rune, and you get it for getting Exalted with the Enlightened, well, you unlock the ability to buy it by getting Exalted with the Enlightened. And it has a 40k gold cost. Now, before you get your panties in a wad, everybody listening, even though I'm pretty sure our audience are the people who wouldn't be getting all up in arms over that. This is just another iteration of what we've seen in the past. We've seen this since Legion, where they started making these augment runes an option where you could buy a more permanent one. You're really just paying for the convenience. And I wanted to sit down and do the math of how long it would take for one to pay for itself, but the way the rune is on the auction house right now, it's like 90 something gold. It's fucking a saturated market. So let's just say it costs like 300, and I don't actually know what an average number of wipes per raid night is. I should know, but I don't. But if you're paying 300 a rune, let's say you wipe 10 times a night, you're paying 3,000 a raid night. If you raid twice a week, that's 6,000. So after like 3-4 weeks, you'll have paid for it like over. So go ahead and get it if you want it. If you don't want it, too bad. I mean, you don't need it, you know? I don't know. It's one of those things where it's not a huge issue, but people like to be mad about things. Speaking of people mad, people were mad, myself included, that the Warlock tier helmet looked like a KKK hood. Like, it was indistinguishable from the back. And Blizzard hadn't noticed that. They're like, oh, that's not right. So they drew a line on it, and they said that fixed it. But then people are like, I don't know, Blizz. So they've updated it again. It's got a more rounded appearance to it. And we've got these big gold light-looking horns that, like, stick out from the front. Like, I don't know if you've ever seen, Gershom, the tier 1, the Molten Core set. The headpiece is literally just a pair of horns. There's also like store.
I heard a bunch of people saying that it looked kind of like the original like Warlock tier sets. Like that it's not anything like super brand new.
Yeah.
But I don't know, like my Warlock is like I don't play her a lot, but I'm sure I'll get to it eventually.
Well, the other thing people are saying about this is it looks like golden bunny ears. And I see that when I look at it, and I can't see it as horns at all unless I look from the side. But I am 100% here for that because I love it when shit's funny. I also don't really use the headpiece. I like hide it because I want to see my void tentacles growing out of my hair. But, you know, hop, hop, motherfucker.
That's like a meme in the making.
Yeah. And I think this is the last bit of news we have here. The Soulshape journal add-on, saw this on Wowhead, just like the what the hell was that thing? The action figure for the Werebear. I saw this on Wowhead. This is an add-on that shows a pane with all the soul shapes, where you get them, little descriptions of what you have to do to attain them. It shows you if you have them or not. It appears gray if you don't. It's lit up with the color and whatnot if you do. You can get the add-on on CurseForge, or you can use, like, I use WoW Up. I can't remember the names of the other ones because I'm partial to WoW Up. But you can just go ahead and get it. It's available on CurseForge, and I wanted to credit the author of the add-on. But unfortunately, the only name I could find is 0x capital A, capital F, capital F, capital F, capital F. So I don't know if that's... I don't know. Am I dumb? I don't know. Maybe I'm just stupid and couldn't find the right way to find the author, but it's a good add-on. I've linked below the CurseForge link and the Wowhead article talking about it.
My Blood Elf Hunter will never change from her unicorn fucking soul shape, dude. She has 2 unicorn pets, and she has unicorn soul shape, and she has the fucking unicorn mount from the 100 Exalted reps. So that bitch is a unicorn with a sparkly horn.
Which one is the 100 Exalt? What color is it?
It's called the Pure Heart Courser.
It's the white
with like, I think it has like purple, like, so the feet are like slightly lavender.
Oh, neat.
Yeah. And then there's one you can tame an Addon wheel that looks just like it. So I basically run around or fly around on a unicorn that matches my pets, And then when I'm in the Covenant, I just run around in Unicorn Soulshape. And
Nice.
I fucking loved that storyline too, with the unicorn and his rune stag husband. Dude, it was so good.
I haven't played through it, but I know one of them was a night warrior, and that's how they
Yeah,
both
the
died.
unicorn, the one who ends up as a unicorn in Arden Wield was a night warrior.
Tiny bit
And
of a
I'm still
tangent
playing.
here, but
I'm still playing through that. I think I have like 3 stories left of the Covenant campaign, so I'm sure we're
okay.
gonna find out more. But it was such a good love story. Like it's definitely like this gay couple, and it was just really cute.
They're not just gay couple; they're gay aliens.
Gay-
Galians.
Okay.
I like it, but like. I have a little bit of a tangent here, but it's somewhat relevant with the unicorn thing. Did you get the Lucid Nightmare mount, the like black and purple unicorn?
No. That weird like maze. No.
Okay.
I don't do that. No.
There's a lot of add-ons. It's not very hard. It's just time consuming. I recommend it. It's a fun mount. My Void Elf Warlock, my Void Elf Hunter, runs around with that mount.
Does it fly? Is it a courser?
Yep.
Does it fly? Oh
Yep.
yeah.
All
Okay.
the unicorns
You'll have
fly
to
as
try it.
far as I'm aware.
I think so.
Including
I
the
think
PvP ones.
They're called coursers. We all call them unicorns, but like
Yeah, I'm not
even
calling
when
them
you
coursers.
get the soul shape, it's like horned horse or something like that. It refuses to call it a unicorn, but
Yeah.
you're a unicorn.
And even like the horn isn't shaped like narwhal horn, you know?
Yeah, it's different. It's like a
But it's
rune stag
fine.
horn. Yeah, it's not like a spirally weird like unicorn horn like you would see like at a kid's party or something. It's
Yeah.
like a rune stag horn that comes off its head. It's pretty cool.
Let's move on to question of the week.
Question of the week.
Okay, so on the last episode that we put out and we asked the question, we asked you, when you settle in for a good old video gaming session, what is your ideal snacking situation? Shantyman says, tips I learned from board gaming, resealable bottle for my drink, even if it means pouring a Monster or whatever into an empty 20 ounce. As for the actual snacks, pretzels are my go-to for the low amount of grease or cheese dust, etc. Yeah, you don't want to get grease and dust and shit all over your keyboard. I found that out the hard way. I had a keyboard back in the day that I used to just constantly chow down on like Doritos and Cheetos and shit, and that keyboard was fucking gross. I will never do that again.
Yeah, no amount of canned air can save that shit.
No.
So Adorno says, I love caramel corn plus cheese popcorn, also known as Chicago style popcorn. Give it up for the Shy, y'all. This shit is so good, but Adorno, I will not ever eat that because of the aforementioned dust and stickiness. I will eat it all day on the bus, at work, wherever I am, but I won't eat it when I'm gaming because as delicious as it is sticky and cheesy at the same time, and it's bad news for the keyboard. So I don't know how you do it, dude. Let me know how you pull that off while you're gaming.
I feel like caramel corn on its own might be okay. Like if you get the kind that isn't like wet, you know, it's like, I don't know how to describe it. Instead of like wet caramel, it's like hardened, you know?
When we have a TB Con this summer, I'm gonna have like a big bowl of Chicago style popcorn. Y'all can see how disastrous it is. It's really bad. I don't know what it is about the cheese dust and the caramel that just gets really bad.
Oh God.
Like there'll be fingerprints on my wall by the time we're done, I'm sure.
Aaron gives a very simple answer. He says, considering my best WoW is played at 6 a.m., you know that's not true, Aaron. I saw you get a 15 done the other day. Considering my best WoW is played at 6 a.m., it's usually an ugly cup of black coffee. Yeah. You want to read Vanderlyle?
Yeah. Oh, that's so sad about the black coffee, though. I don't understand why he doesn't put anything in it, but
It's
whatever.
healthier when you just have it black.
I guess. Coffee. So Vanderlyle says coffee or is it LaCroix or LaCroix?
It's technically La Croix, but if you say La Croix, I'm gonna want to punch you in the cooter.
Did you did you take French in high school? Because you said that really well.
No.
Coffee Coffee or LaCroix. I am too much of a glutton to let myself be hungry while playing.
I like it. I like it. I can get on board. Crucifix says, my go-to drink is the original Monster while gaming, and snack would have to be pistachios or hot tamales. Now, we read this yesterday, and we didn't know if you meant actual hot tamales or the candy hot tamales. You want to let us know which it is? Because either way, I'm on board. I don't much like spicy stuff, but every now and then I get in the right mood for spiciness.
Yeah, let us know, Crucifix. So Brasky says, it's boring, but my go-to gaming snack is a freshly opened Diet Coke. And so Aaron said, Brasky said, if the sesh doesn't start with a fresh, crisp can opening, it ain't happening. And so Immune said, grip it and rip it, and Kate said, and sip it.
They on that with the rhymes all the times.
Yep, all the times.
Kate then went on to give an answer. I'm big on candy during a casual video game sesh, like Sour Patch Watermelons or Twizzlers. Not much fuss nor Cheeto fingerprints. Truth. If I'm playing something with a long story, I've been known to make some microwave cheese nachos and watch the plot go down. LOL. I love doing that. You just take some like tortilla chips and you sprinkle some cheese and just microwave it and you're good to go.
I am a fucking sucker for microwave cheese nachos, and that's bad because I'm diabetic. Like, I don't need to be eating all those chips, but somehow, some way, I just go back to them once every few weeks. I'm like, yep, we're microwaving some chips and cheese, y'all. Immune said, flash heal self repeatedly with right hand, eat Cheez-Its with left hand, which is true because he does do that spam, like, flash heal thing at the beginning of every raid.
Yeah.
But I was also gonna say it was funny. Shout out to Kate, because when my daughters and I were walking home from the store today, they each got like a little push pop candy. And so we started talking about like candy flavors for some reason. And so I admitted that my favorite candy flavor was fake watermelon. We call them fake because none of the candy flavors taste like the fruit.
So it's Fakermelon.
So it's like fake watermelon. Yeah, Fakermelon, faker grape, faker orange. Like, so we probably walked for about 2 blocks having this entire conversation. But my very favorite, like, no matter what they presented to me, I was like, no, it's fake watermelon is my favorite. So shout out to Kate. Sour Patch Watermelon is amazing.
What is your snacking sitch?
It's not candy because I'm diabetic. I usually just drink booze or pick at like a chopped salad or something. Honestly, I'm pretty boring.
You know, I am too. I mostly just have something to drink. It's like usually a Diet Coke. But when I do have a snack, I also like to have cereal. If I have an absolute choice, I get Fruity Pebbles or Cheerios. Or, yes, the Reese's Puffs. Eat them up, eat them up, eat them up.
Eat them up, motherfucker. Hell yeah.
So we don't have Ben's answer because he is elsewhere. So our new question of the week is, think back to the very first character you ever made in WoW. Where are they now? Have you deleted them? Do you still play them? Are they the same race, same server, same faction? Have you changed their name? Just how different are they now from when you first made them? Or not? You can answer that in Discord by going to thrallsballs.com. You can answer it in email, thrallsballspodcast@gmail.com, or on Twitter @thrallsballspod. So this is where we would pivot to the draft, but like I said at the top of the show, since we don't have Gershom, we don't have Bent, we do have Gershom. Sorry. Hi. Since we don't have Bent, we're not doing the draft this week, and we'll be back next week. So the vote is staying open. You can continue to vote. Please don't vote more than once, because I don't remember if I disabled the option to vote more than once on the poll. But
are you still winning?
Huh?
Are you still winning?
I haven't checked in a while, but last I saw, I was winning, you were in second, and Bent was in third. So if you guys want to take me down a peg, you can hit up the poll. It's on the Twitter account at ThrallsBallsPod. We have it in its own dedicated polls section on Discord, thrallsballs.com. You can just go in and have a look. And as a reminder, for the last draft, we drafted the third faction, what we would have for a third faction. Gershom had Murlocs, Nagas, Gilblins, and Jinyu, and she called it the Aqua Team, whatever, Hunger Force. The show is called Aqua Teen. I don't know why I wrote Aqua Team. I don't know. Bent made Ogre, Yongle, Sandlane, and Wildhammer Dwarves, and he called it Prestige Worldwide. And I took it and like kind of themed it around the frozen stuff in Northrend, kind of like how Gershom had a water theme. Mine was Northrend. And I went with Vrykul, Tonka, Tuskar, and Ice Trolls, and I called it the Frozen Horde. So go ahead and vote on that if you want, if you haven't already. Yeah, it will be back with the draft next week. So, final thoughts. G, what you got?
I think that it's funny that you could drop a whole water bottle and hide your fart sound, and that's obviously indicative that your farts don't smell.
That's absolutely false. They are just rancid. My final thought is I'm really happy that Slide deleted a character named Pelswick so I could have the name Pelswick. Yeah. Anyway, so we are actually gonna go get on out of here. You can go ahead and follow us in all the places at ThrallsBallsPod on Twitter, at Wooly08, 2 O's, 2 L's, and a Y, at Hunter Gershom, Gershom, at Bentolis_outlaw, Bentolas. Email us with any feedback, thrallsballspodcast@gmail.com, and go ahead and leave a review on Warcraft Radio Podcast Directory. All right, bye everybody. We love you. Be good.
Bye, swingers.